So I'm sitting here in the park. Why? In the middle of the day? Yeah, because I haven't been working. I walked off the last job I was on. Was that 2 months ago? And I'm thinking I got to do something else, you know. I'm getting too old for this construction business. I've been doing this for like the last 30 years. Yeah, seem to be spinning my wheels, you know. Let's rethink this thing here. Got to do something different before I get any older, right? Right. I've been thinking, you know, I get comments on my videos every now and then, you know, how did you get there? What's the name of that road? What's the name of that trail? And heck, half the time I have no idea. There's numbers on a lot of these trails, especially out in the BLM lands. Everybody knows the Mojave Trail, but there's a lot of trails in between. There's a lot of trails up in the mountains, which is National Forest Park lands. And I'm thinking, you know what? I could write a travel book or a trail guide, something like that. So this last week, that's what I've been doing. I've been looking into that. I've been gathering some information. My first obstacle, you know, my first roadblock that comes to my mind and I was told that's not the way to think. Don't think that way. Think of how you can do it, not why you can't do it. So I'm trying to change my mindset here. I can't be thinking that way. You know, I've learned how to work on my vehicles by myself. I found a way to do things like that body work I did on the Bronco. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I did some research. I learned a few things. I might have done a few things wrong, but I got it back together, right? Same with building a PC. I've built 2 or 3 of my own PCs in the past. I didn't know what I'm doing. I grabbed some books and did a little research and figured things out and bought the parts and plugged them together and crossed my fingers, hoped they worked. And along the way I learned something. I learned a whole lot more than a lot of people know about putting PCs together. I'm no expert, but I know a little bit about it. So I can assume writing a book's the same deal. So I'm thinking, I can do this. It's not going to be easy, but I think I can do this. I mean, I'm not a writer. I'm not even a high school graduate, you know. But if I stay positive, I think I can do this. I mean, I'm like, how am I going to do this? I have no idea. So every day I've been doing a little more, I'm out here in the park, writing some notes, coming up with some ideas for a trail book. A trail guide. Figure out what trails, what to put in the book. Photos. I mean, I'm going to have to go out there and do a recon and actually run the trails, take a lot of videos, take a lot of photos, incorporate that in the book, maybe do a YouTube video of the whole process to go along with the book, you know, a blog and all that other kind of stuff to go along with it. Maybe I can make some money selling a trail guide. So my first idea here, my first trail guide would be on the Mojave National Preserve. Now, if you look on YouTube, there's all kinds of videos on the Mojave Trail or the Mojave Road that goes from the Colorado River all the way across the desert to Barstow. I mean, I've done it 4 times. It's basically a dirt road and that goes east to west. But there's plenty of trails that go north to south that crisscross the Mojave Preserve. So I'm writing down a list of trails. I'm going to go do them trails. I'm going to take my cameras with me. I'm going to take notes. And the way I see it, like I said, I don't know nothing about writing, is that I'll write it as I'm going along, as I'm out there. Trail information, and then the actual description as we're out there riding. Taking the pictures, taking the videos, incorporating that somehow into the book. I know it's got to be laid out and all that kind of stuff. It's all new to me. I mean, this stuff I done back in grade school, you know? What was that, over 35 years ago? It can be mind-boggling, overwhelming at times, but the advice I got is just do it. Start writing. You gotta start, you know? You gotta start somewhere and the rest will come together somehow. So that's what I'm up to. I'm running out of money. So what I did, and hopefully I make it through the end of this month, is 14 years ago I worked for the University of Southern California, you know, USC Trojans, and I only worked there 4 years. So a few months ago I got a letter from there telling me that I got retirement money. I've got a retirement account there. I go, a retirement account? I'm like, I only worked there 4 years. What could that be? I mean, well, it's close to $40,000. I'm like, So I got the option of just leaving it alone, and when I get old enough to retire, I'm lucky if I get, they said, an estimated amount, you know, of like $150 a month for the rest of my life. And oh yeah, that's $150 a month. 20 years from now, what's that going to be, like a loaf of bread? So that's one option. Another option is to roll it over into an IRA. Okay, so that's probably something good there. And the third option is I can take the whole thing cash and get taxed because I'm not old enough to retire, you know? Penalty plus tax and everything on top of that. I was like, man, I should just keep that money there, but I could use it right now. Get me through this. I can put together this book. I don't have to go back to work. And if I fail, I fail, right? But there's a fourth option where I can take some of the money and get penalized and taxed on, and the remainder I could roll over into the IRA. So I'm thinking I opted for the last option. I'm only going to take a few $1,000s out. Yeah, and the rest goes into the IRA, and if I want to get the IRA out later, I guess I can. I'll just have to suffer the penalties and the taxation on it. Hopefully I can get this book going. See, hopefully the faster I get this book going, the better off I'm going to be. If anybody buys the book. Figure out, sell it on Amazon, right? Partner up with Amazon. It's the easiest way to go. Self-publishing. I assume. I guess I'll find out, right? So that's what I'm waiting for now. Like I said, I'm running out of money. Hopefully by the end of this month I'll get a check in the mail from the retirement fund. I'm counting on that, but it's getting close. So that's what's going on. It's a beautiful day out here. I figured I'd come up here and do some thinking. Need to get out of the house, you know. I need to get some more paint for the Bronco, but I'm not sure I want to spend the money on that right now. It's that close. So, what else can I tell you? Hang in there. Give me some suggestions out there if you think some other trails or areas I could write a trail guide on. Oh, somebody asked why I always go out to the desert. Well, That's like the freest place you can go to here in Southern California, out in the desert. There ain't nobody out there. Around here, these local mountains, it's still what, over an hour drive up to Big Bear, where I can actually get off-road into the back roads, fire roads of Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead. But still, that's pretty populated up there. You go out to the desert, you're on your own out there. Miles and miles of trails and things to do, and nobody to bother you. A lot of free land out there still. Well, you go out there, you find out why. There ain't nothing out there. So, yeah, that's why the desert. Acres and acres of nothing to go explore. Park and camp wherever you want. So that's it.